Good evening. Tonight we have a Proline laptop and it is working. The problem is hinges. Now, there's no amount of hot glue that will fix this. Let me just open it up here. As you can see, it's completely destroyed. So I'm going to attempt to fix this. So first thing I need to do is strip the top part from the bottom part so I can get out the hinges and then disassemble the LCD panel. I'm not going to do the whole video, it will take too long. It's going to maybe be a 2 or 3 hour video, so I'm not going to go through the whole process. All I'm going to do is film the important parts and how I repair these corners, and I'll show you how I repair the metal strips again. So the next time you see, I'll most probably have the LCD panel on the bench. So this wasn't very hard. Didn't need to take the whole laptop apart to do this. So the hinge sits here at the top. That's one. That's the other one. So I didn't even need to loose all the screws in the bottom. So that's quite handy. So let's take off the hinges because I need that taken out. And I just want to mark them as well, so I know which side is left and right, and that's important. That's important when we assemble the top panel again. I put the old base to one side. We don't need that for anything for now. So what I want to do is make a small L on this one, R on this one, so we don't get them mixed up on the laptop, because if you swap them around and you brace the corner supports the wrong way, then they're not going to work. So that's why I mark them. So next step is, let's get the LCD panel out. Let's get a tweezer. Need to remove these rubber, I don't know what you call them, rubber covers. They're just there to cover the screws to make the LCD panel nice and look nice. Sorry about the background noise. I'm living right next to the highway and it's hot today, so I have the back door open to allow for some cool air to come in. Otherwise I'm going to sweat myself to death here. So right, just unclip. Ugh, it's got double-sided tape. No. There we go. This laptop had some roaches as well, which is quite disgusting. Right, I'm not going to worry about fixing this corner. I'll see. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. We'll see how far I get tuck that away. We need to remove this side and they're broken. Clips are broken off, and we need to remove this side. And you can leave the antenna wires in. I'm just going to take the whole panel out of the plastic housing. It doesn't want to come out. Oh. So little clips on the side here. There we go. So I'm going to leave the antennas in and remove the whole panel. Now we need to remove these metal rails on the side. It's got 4 screws on each side, and you need to mark them as well, because my brazing stuff is all at work. So this is the right side, right, out, right, LCD. So I know this side is facing the outside. Let's do the other one. This is going to be off shot, sorry. Two, three, four. Okay, you can take our LCD panel, chuck it one side. Let's mark this left LCD, left out. I'll show you why I'm doing this. So as this sits like this and the LCD is in between these two hinges, so this sits like this. This is the right side hinge, it ties to the bottom, and this needs to go back on here. Like that. So oh, this is quite nice. They're actually 2 separate parts. But this piece needs to go back. Come on. Need to go back on this. Sorry, on the top. Like that. So this piece goes here. And then the other one, it's the same thing. This piece goes here. And that's why I need to mark it. Also see how much space I've got in the back. So I can fold this up with some brazing. Maybe need to do it on the top. Bottom should be fine. We should be able to do that. It shouldn't be too difficult to brace that. So let's do this one as well. What we also can do is actually brace this to this. Actually brace this whole part to make it one part. I might actually just do that. So brace this to there to make it one. I'll see what I will do. I'll do this in my shop as I do not have the tools to do it here. So let's just see which one fits on which. Making sure which one fits where. This one's definitely a match. This one fits on this. Yep, that's a match. So I'll make one dot, and then we know the other one should fit on this one. Like that. Right, so that's that spot out of the way. The next problem we have, I'll just put all this parts together and see what I can do at my shop tomorrow. So let's put that one up. The next part is we need a way to attach these hinges back. This side is completely missing. There's nothing there. This side, at least I still have a piece left. So I actually can make that fit again. So I'll start doing that so long. So I don't know if I must bring you more down. So what I'm going to do is grind this away on an angle. Now doing this for space reasons. I need more area for the glue to sit, and the only way to do this is to grind like a V. Similar when you do welding, you join two metals, you if it's quite a thick metal, you would slot it down in a V so that you can weld a bead in and then fill that V up with the bead. And that's a similar thing I'm doing with this laptop. The only thing is I'm using glue instead of a welder. Alright, looks good. Do the same here. You can use a Dremel. Obviously, I do have one. It's 11 o'clock at night. I'm not going to start up a Dremel there at 11 o'clock at night. Nobody will moan, but my little daughter is sleeping, so I don't want to wake her up. Right, that should do it. Let's just rough this part up a bit. This part, yeah, I just want to rough it up to give more surface area. So you guys must probably want to know what I'm going to do on the other side. You guys will probably want to know what I'm going to do on the other side. Of course, you've got no plastic there, you've got no way of holding the hinges in place. And I'll show you what I'm going to do on that side. Which one's the new one? This one's the new one. Right. So let's get the super glue out. Which is always blocked when you need it. Just find a, it's too big. Just find a little needle. Open it up again. So add a little bit of glue there. Line the corner up where it should be and hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, that should hold. Let's get out the powder and we fill up that little part like that. Watch out for your eyes and nose. And that's back together again. We're missing a piece in the bottom. So my trick is you can either use masking tape or packaging tape, whichever one you got or prefer. and we're going to rebuild the missing corner. So we can't do this layers too thick, otherwise the super glue doesn't go all the way through. We first just do a thin layer. There we go. We got that part. We can use the same piece of tape. I went too far. So no. Remove that corner because I went too far off the glue. There we go. Take a piece of masking tape again. Let's get that corner sorted. So we just do that little corner. Just trying to keep the glue in line so I've got less filing work to do. Right. Just stick it on. I actually prefer to use packaging tape to do this. Just be careful, sometimes the hinges goes in the top and sometimes the hinges goes in the bottom, but I know this one goes in the bottom, so I'm not too worried about space on this one. See, that side is completely missing. Need a little bit more on the inside of this corner. So you always want to go a little bit higher than the original plastic, so you can just cut this down again. To a slightly a more aggressive file in here. A nice triangle file which looks nice and aggressive. So you need to get this the same height. So You see this is too far on the bottom. Getting close. Let's get some antenna wires out of the way. I'll just try to get it nice and straight. A little bit more. Just cutting down the high spots. Probably very, very closely this way. Keep getting there. It takes a while. Patience. Use a Dremels much quicker. There we go. I think we are close enough. Now we just need to check this height over here. It's a little bit high. Alright. I'm doing the inside now. And these little holes and crevices we can all fill up with that powder once we get there. This is just to get it all roughed in straight as possible. It's good. Okay, so we're a bit low here. And on the back we're also a bit low. As you can see, we're a bit low in this corner here. So what we do, back on here, Give it a few seconds to harden, and we can start filing the high spots down again. It'll never look perfect, but it will look way better than it used to. If you're really skilled with an airbrush and stuff like that, you could most probably give this cover a nice respray, but I'm not that skilled. Something I wish to learn, but I'm really not that skilled, so it will look something like that on the end, and I'll have to live with it. I mean, this laptop is too old, you won't be able to find covers anymore for it. So let's build up the next part, which is still low. Okay, so check the back. It's slightly still high here. This has got a round corner, so giving the angle down. We've got some low spots in here, so let's get the low spot sorted. And a little of a low spot here. And let's do a touch up there. Just feel it when it's dry. So I'm just smoothing the surface now. So now all the missing plastics are rebuilt in this corner. We do still have a little problem of height here. You won't be able to see it, but it's apply. Little bit of super glue. Put my finger there. I'm not going to drop super glue on my finger, I'm dropping it at the bottom. Allow it to go up. Pull your finger away. And we're up to the right level. That side is done. Nice and sturdy. If you don't believe me, I'm holding it by the broken part. Just the broken part. If you want to, you can take a Dremel, follow this line, and fill it up with glue, but I think this is strong enough. Now for the other side, we've got no reference points for these two inserts. So what I'm going to do is take away a bit of the shielding. So bad that is the where my nail is where the hinge, where this little gap should be. Looks about right. So yet again, shave it down so you can get a better foundation. Remember, I didn't have this piece as well. So that's how it was quite nice, because I had the piece. This piece I don't have. So this entire corner is going to be just glue. Alright. I do have some packaging tape. I prefer packaging tape. Let's see if I can find the starting point. Why is it always so difficult? There, here we go. Apparently not. Stay this off. Too much. So what I'm doing is a bit difficult to see in the packaging tape. I'm folding the edges So I've got a rough idea where that corner is. Won't be perfect, but will be close enough. And all I'm going to do is do a thin layer of powder, support it slightly up, of course the tape sags. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Drop some glue on there. You see the plastic shrunk. Of course this actually gets hot. So let's do this one here. I think we can start filling up this one here as well. I'm going bigger than what it's supposed to be. I'll just alright. Now we can take the packaging tape off. Gives us a nice, oops, stay with me. Give us a nice finish. It's a little bit low, which is not a problem. We can just fold that back up again. But we need to measure the space between these, between this and this one. So these two spaces should be the same. Should have somewhere a vernier caliper, vernier, we call it calipers. Some people calls it verniers. So what do we have between these two gaps? That's 14.7 millimeters. Let's go between here and here. So we get you in shot. Between there and there. Draw a line there, so we know that is our spacing for I'm just going to sand it down until we reach that mark. This easier way. It's actually a piece of plastic missing. missing from here to here as well. So we're going to need to put that Right, so we're back online. We can this is very difficult to film. Alright, so that's our spacing between these two sorted. So what we need to do is we're still slightly off there. This falls straight, and we are slightly still away from it. Outside, not too bad. Fill in a little bit from the outside. The eye spots down from the outer. Go for the inner part again. Let's get some tape. Got a little piece going, it just stays off. So let's do this corner again. Up there, around there, around there. So we need to add some more to get the height right, especially in that corner there. Just going to do that. Go. And the same to this one here. The only problem with this side is I don't know where these two holes are located. So anyway, I'm going to know where those two holes are located is when I repair the hinges. Makes quite a mess. I'll just wash this off once I'm done. So, you guess it, back to filing again. Now we got a little bit more to file in the previous time. let's get this corner sorted first. This is quite strong. So I'll just put this back again. Angle was not quite perfect. So just clear this up again. Come on. Add a little bit of powder on the inside, and we need to create a more for base. They're still very thin. So I'm just going to cut this down and then I'll come back to it. So as you can see, I remolded this whole corner. That's the back. That's the other side that we done now. So it's all nice and neat. So there's one problem though. As this is the left side, it should have a little hole there. So this can sit inside there. I'll bring the Dremel. We can do this via the Dremel. So we can have this sitting flush inside. Once I welded up these hinges, got them back in place, I could measure where those two brass inserts go, and we can glue them down on there. It's the same as this side. Take the right hand hinge, this should go in there, and then get on there and get screwed down. So that I'll do tomorrow, and weld the hinges up and get everything sorted, and then I'll show the how I assemble it and put it back together and see how it works. These are very hard to turn, which is part of the problem why they broke in the first place. So you'll get this and loosen them up a bit, do a little bit more. So just loosen the hinge up, still a bit tight. It's better. There we go. That's much better. If we can do a little bit more. So we can move it by hand now. Yes, we can. We can put a drop of oil on here. Move it a little bit more so oil can work in. So that one is sorted. Let's do that. Let's see the other one. Yeah, this is very tight. It's better. Go a little more. I'd like to get a little bit more. Let's see. Get a little bit more. It's better, but not as easy as I want it. You can't lose them too much, because then they don't hold the LCD up anymore. So when you get that LCDs, you open up and they fall completely backwards. The hinges too loose. Well, some of them have different designs. Some of them you can adjust, some you can't. Alright, so it feels better. Got a big mess to clean up here. And I'll see you. Well, for you it will be now, for me it will be tomorrow. Okay, so we're back to this laptop with the hinge. As you can see, I brazed the little part back onto the frame. Come on, focus. There we go. You can see they're both brazed now. And it's similar to solder, it's just a high temperature. I'll put some photos of the stuff I used to braze these two support frames. And I loosened up the hinges, as you can see, both of them up. I did some cleaning up to make the hinges fit again. And all that's left now is to assemble it. So I'm going to assemble it, and then I'll bring you back once it's assembled. So I just laid in the LCD again, and let's just do the hinges. I'll come back. Alright, so hinges is back. You can see there's the one hinge, the other hinge. This is not going to be perfect. It's going to at least function as a laptop. So we can close this up now. I think we still need to add 2 screws here at the top. So just put the top screws in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. In the bottom, I'm not going to put that screw. Oh, most probably can. You can put that screw through that hole. Doesn't matter. I'll just use some glue to hold this back together again, yeah. And the same on this side. I'll just use some glue. Let me get that sorted, and then I'll get back to you. So LCD is fully assembled with the hinges and all. Yeah, let's put it back on the laptop and screw it in, and then I'll get this corner sorted with, I'll just use some glue, maybe just some hot glue. So it's screwed back, it holds, closes, and everything. I need to cut down this corner slightly so it can rotate more freely. I'll do that quickly, get all the cables buckled up, and I'll call that the fix. I'll just do a, how do you call it, how the corners and stuff look when I'm done. And we're all done. That's how the hinges looks now. At least there is something now to screw onto. It opens nice and easy. Needs a good clean. And that's it. I call that a fix. Battery is flat. Shall we turn it on? Shall we do all the... Let me see if I can find a power supply and turn this on. So just as we can say, we've got fan spin. I actually never turned this on. I've got no idea if the laptop even turns on. It needs some screws in the bottom. I'll bring my tray of screws and put in screws where it needs some screws. Steal the oscilloscope power supply quickly. There we go. We have picture. Starting Windows. So I'll call that a fix. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.